Good afternoon. Dennis, the people that run the Nottingham Elders Forum, and the members of Nottingham Elders Forum. I've been asked to speak to you today about Jessie's fund. Now, Fred, it's not a happy story. It starts in 1993. There's a little girl with the name of Jessie. Her parents were professional musicians, and she said to her mother one day, "Mummy, how long does it take? How old do I have to be before I can play in a professional orchestra?" I'm not sure what Jessie's mother's answer was, but within a few months, Jessie had died from a brain tumour, and her mother dedicated her whole life to running Jessie's Fund, which raises funds to train music therapists in children's hospitals. So I'll go back to the start. Jessie became ill in November 1993, and the following month was admitted to Leeds General Infirmary. The diagnosis showed an inoperable tumour in the brain stem. The prognosis was extremely poor, but she was given the maximum dosage of radio and chemotherapy. During her time in hospital, Jessie continued to write poetry. She wrote things like this. For Ada, I like the nurse called Ada, and her daughter is sweet too. When I first got very ill, I thought it was just the flu. Ada showed me to my bedroom on my very first day. I really liked her ever so much. I didn't want her to go away. She's pretty, in an oriental way. A little Francesca too. If you were ever poorly, perhaps she would look after you. Jessie referred to her tumour as a blooming block. She wrote this: I will fight my blooming block. I'll fight it away and away. I'll fight it till it's gone. I'll fight it till the great day. Jessie decreed that this should be sung, the tune of Beethoven's tune for Ode to Joy. Now, I'm no singer, and my wife has pleaded with me not to try to sing this, but Jessie decreed that it should be sung, so I'm going to attempt to sing it. Day by day I fight my tumour, I'll kill every rotten cell. One by one I kill them off, and I will soon be fit and well. Thank you. Another thing that Jessie wrote was to the nurses on Fleming Ward. Here is a verse about a nurse. In fact, about a few. I wanted to thank you, but I didn't know how to, so I wrote this poem for you. Jessie's parents were told that revolutionary treatment available in America may help their daughter. People in the music profession raised money for this purpose. One lady from the Royal Academy of Music pushed a cello from Land's End to John O'Groats to raise money for Jessie to go to music. Jessie herself named it Jessie's Fund and put a collection of her poems in a little book which she sold for 50p a copy. Jessie turned her mind to thinking about growing up. This is what she wrote whilst in hospital. I want to be a pilot in the sky, in a helicopter risen up very high. I want to be a sailor, sailing on the sea. That's my vision for what I want to be. I want to be a starfish, looking like a star. I want to go and investigate up in space so far. I want to be a shopkeeper behind the massive till. I want to be a pharmacist, looking uphill. I want to be a musician, playing on a worldwide trip. I want to be a rabbit, hippity hop, hip hip. Jessie was able to attend school for a few half days towards the end of her life, and wrote this in her last session at school. The evening sun. I was walking along the beach. I saw the evening sunlight. It really was so very bright. The sun was orange and yellow, whilst I heard the wind speak better. The sun was twinkling on the sea. How nice and beautiful it could be. It winkles on the water bright when I go home in the night. Jessie was admitted to hospital again and wrote this: waiting. I hate waiting for so long. It's so boring. You start itching and twitching waiting in the hospital. Jessie became too ill to speak. She could only speak to her mother in a very hoarse whisper, which I can't attempt to emulate. But she managed to convey these words to her mother a few days before she died. Life. Slowly, slowly, my life runs away. Slowly, slowly, each and every day. All the money raised was in vain. Jessie was unable to travel for the treatment in America and died on the 6th of May, 1994. She spent the last 6 days of her life in Martin House, a children's hospice in New York. Whilst Jessie received excellent treatment in Martin House, there was no form of music therapy. This was the only thing that appeared to stimulate her in her advancing illness. Her parents decided that the money raised would be used to provide such therapy. Jessie's fund was established as a registered charity in April 1995 with the aim of helping sick children through the therapeutic use of music. Victoria Wood, who had been at school with Jessie's mother, Leslie Schatzberger, agreed to be the fund patron. One of the first objectives was to train music therapists to work in children's hospices. It was a slow and difficult process, but by 1999, the fund had achieved 12 music therapists working in children's hospices. What is Jessie's fund doing today? I asked Leslie Schatzberger, who runs the fund, to explain this to me. She sent me this email. In March 2013, we have been running projects in 15 more schools, enabling about 500 more children to enjoy participating in music and, more importantly, to communicate through music. There are now 37 music therapists working in children's hospices. Some have more than 11. Sorry, I misread that. Some have more than one. When Jessie's fund was started, there weren't any. Here are just a few quotes from parents, teachers or carers as the children benefited from the work that Jessie's fund can do, really speak. A parent wrote, "We have only witnessed one music therapy session, but it was an amazing experience. The joy on Jamie's face said it all. We cannot thank the music therapist enough for opening another door to our child." A member of staff at the Children's Hospice said, "I feel if it had not been for Jessie's fund, currently there would not have been music in our hospice. Already I have seen such amazing responses from children with complex disabilities. I could not imagine working and communicating without music." In terms of our work in Nottingham hospitals, we worked in the Queen's Medical Centre quite a few years ago. I gave a workshop there. This is Jessie's mother speaking. I gave a workshop there, and we provided instruments. We're about to run a project at Nottingham City Hospital. 2 musicians will be going in during half term to work with children there. This will possibly be followed up by more holiday projects. Those did in fact take place. We've also funded lots of children to receive individual music therapy in the era by the Nottingham Music was some years ago, over quite a long period, but I'm sure that the organisation is still running now. Well, this has turned into rather a long email. I hope it gives you the information you need. All the best, Leslie. 2 years ago, Joan and I were on holiday on a little island called Formentera. It has no airport, so it's only reached by boat from Ibiza. We have enjoyed 2 weeks there in September for over 20 years. The hotel where we stay overlooks a small sandy bay with rocks and fishermen's boats on either side. It is ideal for swimming and paddling in the water. One day, I saw a man in the water tossing the frisbee to himself. He continued to do this for a few days, upon which I decided to join him. So the two of us threw the frisbee to each other. I found out his name was Michael, the same as mine. I also found that his wife and my wife both sat on the beach reading whilst we were in the water swimming and playing with the frisbee. I decided to ask the couple to have a drink with us one evening after dinner. We went across to a small restaurant bar. We sat and chatted in the darkness overlooking the moonlit bay, 3 million miles from reality. At some point in the conversation, Jane, the frisbee thrower's wife, said that she worked at a children's hospice in Worcester. I immediately asked her if she knew of Jessie's fund. I was amazed that she replied that she had been trained by them. It was the first time I had met a music therapist. It was the first time that Jane had met a person who raised money for the fund. We chatted for some time, and I said that I wanted to ask her a personal question. It was this: do you feel depressed by working with children whose life expectancy is very limited? Jane replied, on the contrary, I feel privileged that I'm able to help them at a time when they desperately need it. One rather strange quote came from a mother. My daughter loved it when the music therapist came to see her. She was the only one who did not pull her about and stick needles into her. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a bit about Jessie's fund. Some people have said to me, why bother raising money for children who are going to die? Waste of time. I don't think it's a waste of time. So thank you very much indeed for listening to me. If there are any questions, I'll be pleased to answer.
And I would like to say Michael and his wife do work very hard for Jessie's fund, and they work very hard to try and raise money to help these poor children. Thank you, Michael.